Hi, I'm Alexander from René of Paris. Today is a great day. I have been longing for this day, waiting for this day for some time, and it's here. My friend Susan has joined me. Thank you, Susan, for coming. Finally, I managed to get you in town, which is amazing.
Thank you, Alexander. I'm so excited to be here.
Well, thank you for coming. So, ladies and gentlemen, Susan has kindly said she's going to model today. We've had a really good day. We've done some amazing things, and I'm doing some styling today. So, you know, we are near the holidays, so I wanted to do something that was kind of party hair, but party hair for all ages, all kind of hair types, fun kind of little bits and little tips and tricks. So that being said, what am I going to do? Well, I think it's important when you're working with a client, and often I'm working with a mannequin, but to actually ask what your client is comfortable with. So, Susan, I'd like to know what you're comfortable with is one thing. I know you wear so many different hairstyles, so many different shapes, but what are you not comfortable with? What do we need to avoid? Because then I can be really creative and work something for you if I know what you don't want.
Okay, so I think the only thing is I have a bit of temple hair, so and we can incorporate it or leave it in, but just so that it's not sticking out.
Be mindful.
Yeah, be mindful.
Okay.
And beyond that, I'm open.
Okay. Brilliant.
I haven't sat in a salon chair in a long time.
Well, I'm happy to have you here. I'm happy to have you in the chair. But, you know, that is really, really, really good advice. And good advice for me, because, guys, it's like sometimes you can ask a client what they want, and either they don't know or they give you a million things. But sometimes to know what somebody doesn't like gives you an area to avoid that thing, but then get really, really excited and really creative and start doing something fun. So this is Brooklyn. It's in my collection, the Alexander Couture Collection. This colour is Salt and Pepper MR, which is a really cool colour. It could lend itself as a fashion grey or even a natural grey. But for me, I want to do something cool, incorporating a braid. If any of you have seen my styling sessions with Brooklyn before, Brooklyn is a great style for all kinds of different braids. But I want to do something which is quite unique for Susan. So I'll probably do a different braiding technique, maybe something with a fishtail braid possibly, but I'm gonna do with a bit of a twist. Okay, so I love scalp braiding, love all that kind of stuff, but also you've got to be careful with heavy scalp braids on wigs because they don't have a scalp. So we're gonna do a little bit of a fishtail. And we're going to do a wig.
When you say scalp braid, what does that mean? Like,
so a scalp, so a Dutch braid is on the scalp, right? So a Dutch braid is when it's an upside down braid and the braid sits on top. And so that's when you braid the braid from underneath.
Oh, okay.
But that's using it from the scalp. So funny you say that. So in England, this would be a plait.
Yes.
And it becomes a braid when I pull my fingers onto the scalp and braid it to the scalp. And anything off the scalp is a plait.
Oh.
But over here, everything's a braid.
Everything's a braid.
So essentially, the scalp braids is when you take 3-strand, 2-strand, but you're taking it from the scalp, where this one is taken from a section and then connecting to another section. So essentially what you're not doing is you're not running the risk of knotting your wig at the actual wefted points, which can be a delicate point for the wig. So it allows wig wearers to be able to get exactly the same looks, you know, without damaging the hair, if you like.
This is going to give me inspiration.
Well,
to do it myself.
Well,
hopefully.
Let's hope so. I'm a bit nervous now. What if you don't like it?
I'm sure I'll like it.
So, I mean, so a matter of interest, Susan, when you, like, I know you've done a lot of different hairstyles over the years. What's the craziest thing you've done with bio or with wigs?
I'm going to say it was probably the late 70s. For a hair show, I had my hair cornrowed.
Oh, nice.
So that you would call it a scalp braid?
That's a scalp braid, yeah.
I have super sensitive scalp,
Yeah.
and so it hurt so bad.
Yeah.
And that's why I remember it for, yeah, that's the craziest thing I've done.
So yeah, I mean the cornrows, those scalp braids, especially because they're smaller sections, aren't they, as well?
Yes.
So they can really pull.
And they get really tight.
Oh yeah. So what I'm doing here, so you see I mentioned the fishtail braid? So you see how that's giving us that fishtail effect?
Yeah.
So,
How pretty.
so we're getting that fishtail effect. We're losing, I'm able to get rid of a lot of hair. So say for instance, you know, we're coming into the autumn now, aren't we? So it's not getting super hot, but you know, ladies in the summertime often don't like a load of hair around the neck, do they? It can get a bit hot. So this isn't a way of wearing like a half up, half down, but getting all the hair away from one side as well. So taking another one of these clear bobbles. Now these clear bobbles, another English hair terminology, these clear hair ties are brilliant on the whiter, grayer looking hairs because they just blend straight in. So look, I'm making a pocket there, guys, with my fingers, pop the hair through, and over we go. Now what I did there, you probably saw I was just cleaning some hair out. So I got one of my underneath sections passed through this knot loop, so I just pulled it back out. So nothing's irreversible, guys. If you make a mistake, just pivot, change it. And then you see how I can continue this lovely, lovely braid all around the head. So guys, just before I put this up, we can see our lovely big cascading bubbly braid coming through. Got a lot of fishtail texture in there. We've kept some softness out for Susan and here, which is what she likes. Now, essentially, we could leave this down, which would look really cool. That looks really, really cool. However, Susan doesn't want that left down. She's thinking, I'd like to wear it more up. I'd like to scoop it up. And then the beauty of that is, should Susan want to take it down later on the night, she can. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at this. So I'm going to get these ends like this. So it's taffly ends just by twisting the hair. It's doing the work for me, look. So because I've done all of that braid beforehand, I don't actually need to start working furiously to set a load of detailing because I've already put it in. So essentially if I nip that in with my finger, like that, have a little look. Do I like what's going on the front? Yeah, I kind of do. We've got a bit of symmetry there. Does it feel comfortable?
Yeah, it does.
Good. Most importantly, because you're not going to wear it for long if it's not comfortable, are you? Okay, so.
Wow.
So my final
That is fancy.
bits of work now is what I do, ladies and gentlemen, is I spin round, look at the client, look at the detail, look at everything that's in there, start working 360 now. So look from a distance, imagine that you are on that evening out, you know, nobody looks at a lady that close, they look from a distance, looking at the clothes, the shoes, the bag. So same with your client when you've done a hairstyle, have a little look. Make sure you're happy, 360 from all angles. Just a little bit of protecting holding spray, the René of Paris protecting holding spray. It's a very Grecian hairstyle, okay? So it's very timeless. This would be very at home in the movie 300, Braveheart, any of these timeless classics where these women are set hundreds of years ago and these ladies just look beautiful today as they would, you know, hundreds of years ago or so. So yeah, timeless, beautiful, elegant hair, using the wig Brooklyn, using some braiding techniques, going into styling techniques, and just finished with a little bit of the protecting holding spray. So ladies and gentlemen, what did you think to this hairstyle? I've really enjoyed doing it, and it's been an absolute pleasure to do your hair, Susan. I've really enjoyed it. What do you think?
I absolutely love this. I've always wanted a fishtail braid, but I never had enough hair for it. So
now you got one.
This is amazing.
Well, let's give everybody at home a spin. So recap, we started with a fishtail blend here. We're coming through, doing some different techniques, giving a big bubbly kind of experience with the hair. Then we come to this area now, which is wrapped into what you'd call a chignon. Okay, so that's taken those techniques, I've wrapped it, overlaid it, wrapped it into a chignon. My first initial thought was to leave this down, okay, which would have looked great. But of course, work with your clients, work with what they're comfortable with. And you know what, Susan? Your change of idea has actually given us a better hairstyle. So thank you. It's been a pleasure. My final message for everybody, if you've enjoyed it today, please leave us some comments. Leave some comments for me and Susan. Have you enjoyed this hairstyle? Is it something you'd wear? Is there any questions you've got from either of us? If not, no worries. This is René of Paris. This is Susan. And we are going to say goodbye.
Goodbye.
See you guys.